Hey everybody, welcome back to Havoc Maker Studio. My name is John, and today we're going to talk about Apex Legends. Now, if you're not familiar, Apex Legends comes from EA Games. It is a video game that you can use on PC or console of your choice, Xbox, PlayStation. Not too sure about the Switch. You guys put that down in the comments below if you know for sure. And while you're on your way down there, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like or dislike. So, Apex Legends is a free-to-play game. It is considered a battle royale. It is PvP all the way through. And like a lot of games, a lot of these type of battle royale games, you have a host of characters with their own special abilities and feats. But what makes this one a little different is there are a number of upgrades that you can get while you're playing the game. So you have your favorite weapon that you use. You might pick up a different weapon. You might get weapon upgrades while you're going in this very fast-paced, very intense game. Now, this isn't my type of game. I would prefer the games to be like PvE, RPG, PvE, looter shooters like Division 2, that sort of thing. This is not my jam. I'm not very good at this type of game because you have to have some very fast twitch reflexes, and I do not have that. So, why am I talking about this game? Well, I really like the aesthetic. I do like the gameplay, the lore. It's really lore I really like, and really kind of it's really interesting to me, just in a general sense, more than some other games that are out there. I think it's Overwatch. I think that's the other one that's out there. And of course, Fortnite. There's a couple others that are just kind of falling on the wayside. They're not all that great. But this one really just kind of tickles my fancy, as they like to say. So what does this have to do with the studio, this channel, the news today? Well, normally I only talk about tabletop miniature games and RPGs, paints, and everything that go along with tabletop games. Well, the fine folks over at Glass Cannon Unplugged, make sure I say that right, are putting out a board game for Apex Legends. Now, first thing, when I say board game, you might be thinking of like Zombicide, which is a great game, Shoots and Ladders, Monopoly, those type of games that, has a very systematic way of playing, as opposed to tabletop skirmish games, which are very hectic and fast-paced and battling it out with multiple characters and units and such. This game is leaning more towards the skirmish side than the board game side, but there are board game elements. I'm not sure if that's a deliberate thing that they're saying there, because that way they don't step into the arena of tabletop skirmish or battle or war games, and they're sticking over into the board game category, which can draw more people in, and of course bring in the people that are familiar with this or want to make that leap over to it. Now, this game, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about right now, but I'm going to have down below in the description a number of links for you. We'll get to those links in a second, but I just want to remind you, and I'm reminding myself that those links are going to be down there. Now, this board game, as of right now, as you can see, hopefully on your screen here, is currently only showing off 4 characters. And that doesn't seem like a lot for a board game or a skirmish game. But since this game is about to go to Kickstarter, which is going to be, I believe it's on May 17th. Don't quote me on that, but May 17th, I believe is the official date. We will find out more. And if it's like every other skirmish game out there, or not skirmish game, but Kickstarter that happens, there's going to be plenty of freebies, like exclusive Kickstarter exclusive upgrades, and of course additional add-ons. Is that like ATM machine? And there's going to be add-ons to expand the game. Not only probably miniatures, but also extra dice, or not dice, but extra tokens, extra special effects, and whatnot. So let's take a look at a couple of these things here. So this is just an example of one of their game boards, one of their games going on right out of the box. You can see multiple characters. You can see that this box does come with the scenery that you're seeing on here. It looks like it's that thick, heavy cardstock. So I don't expect this to be plastic. Imagine they went with that thick cardstock. Now the miniatures, however, look to be a high-grade plastic, and probably not resin, but high-grade plastic. You can see a couple of characters there. There's some loot crates because you do get loot while you're playing the game. And there are the resurrection, those are the four-legged things. And there's a variety of other special effects. You can see the explosion, some smoke in there. So you can see also that these models that they're at least putting out, the initial ones, these miniatures are going to be high quality renders. And from what I'm seeing from some of the images, at least the one I have up right now, and a couple I've seen from the Game Expo in the UK, the models look almost 100% one for one from the 3D renders, like these right here, to the physical model. So I have to say I do like the 3D renders a lot more now than I do before. I used to like the hand sculpts that I was kind of persnickety. Is like, oh, they should hand sculpt those models and then transfer it over and to a CAD machine or whatever it is they do and scan it in and stuff. No. I'm way past that. I really love what they're doing. We get a higher quality models, and whenever you transfer those files over to be to create a mold, you're getting a much better quality print. So I'm really excited about that. The models look really awesome. Now back to the board game Kickstarter. So what I would like to recommend to you is that you go ahead and follow the link down below. It'll be the first link for Apex Legends. The second one will have, it'll redirect you to another website that has all the different links that I'm going to cover here in a moment. But at least go to this Kickstarter, if or not, whether it like really clicks with you or you're not sure or just like hell no. At the very least, go there, click save, click notify, so you'll get notified when this game goes live. If you do, you're going to be guaranteed a free Lobo expansion. It's one of the characters in the game, so you'll have that as a pre-Kickstarter freebie. Once Kickstarter goes live, if you're not part of that, you won't get it. Now, if you're saying, John, look, I'm not going to get the game, or I might get the game, I'm not sure, it's not going to hurt you to go ahead and click on it. That way, if you change your mind later on, or let's say one of your friends is like, oh, I missed that Kickstarter exclusive, oh, the pre-sign up, oh, what am I going to do? You can be the hero and go, look, dude, I got you covered. Just give me the money, tell me what you want, and we'll get it covered for you. Easy peasy. You can be a hero. You could be a hero to your friends. But it doesn't cost you anything to sign up. And if you change your mind, then just let the Kickstarter run its course. It doesn't hurt you. Now, on the flip side, there is, and I'm going to have these links for you. There is currently, right now, going on a beta test for the game. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That is on the tabletop simulator that you can get through Steam, play it on PC. If you're not familiar with it, you can play a variety of games, but I see a lot of people doing practice games for Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Marvel Crisis Protocol, even X-Wing, and a variety of other games that they might not be able to meet in person, but they want to get their test games in, especially with their list. They're going to some big tournament and they want to test it out, but they can't get away from home or whatever. It's a great way to play the game. So right now they have an open beta test, and the link is going to be on this page that I'm on right now, which I'm going to link in the description below. Boy, is that wordy. So go over there, at least give it a try. I mean, it's not going to hurt to try. And if not, it's no big deal, guys. Maybe pass on the information to somebody in your local game group, your local game store that you're in, your gaming community, your board game community. They might be looking for something like this. This might tickle their fancy just as well. So beyond that, Also on this page are two things that I would highly recommend. There is a PDF download that you can download. It is a 44-page document or rule book. It's the core rule book for the game, so you can read ahead of time how to play the game and learn all the ins and outs. And they even give you some of the details to practice. And then there's a video on there as well that you can watch that runs you through a game of on the tabletop simulator. So you get to see how, you get to see how the game is played, and you get to read along, or read first, then play the game, or play the video, or play the video, then read along, whatever. However you're going to work it out, you can at least get a great idea on how this game is going to operate and see if you want to go any further. Right, and then jump on the beta, give it a try. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. I think Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I'm going to do a follow-up on several of the key rules that I think are really good. They have a great system for line of sight that I think a lot of other games I wish they would adopt, because it's pretty clear cut. And they also have an order of operation that a lot of game companies, or game systems just don't have in place. There's no clear-cut explanation of which rule sets go first. Does the core rule override the scenario rules? Do character rules override scenario rules? Or what's the combination? Who goes first in that sort of situation? And they do a very good job explaining that, and we are going to cover that. And I think the best thing to cover, at least in the next video, besides those, is going to be talking about how combat works, because that's one of the big focuses of not only a battle royale game, but also a tabletop skirmish / board game. How does the combat work? And I can tell you, it's going to surprise you. I think you guys are going to like it. Me, a dice fiend, I have to say this surprised me, and I really like it. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.